Hey y'all, welcome back to a new episode of Southern Chatter
with the Southern Snackers,
aka Southern Daddies. Look at them all in there.
Yeah, well, the key takeaway is we are Southern. That's the one thing that we want you to know.
Keeping the branding.
Whether we're snacking or we're chatting or we're daddying, we're Southern.
We're Southern.
We're doing it all Southern style. But welcome to another episode, y'all. Things have been really moving and shaking lately. We just got back from a trip to New York City.
Yes.
It was my birthday this week.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
It's been a couple weeks since we did. I'm so tall. Like, I'm like out of the frame, but it's fine.
It's been 33 years on this
around
earth.
The sun.
Yep.
Do you know how that's what people say? Like 33 years around the sun?
33 trips around the sun.
Oh.
Yeah.
But is that right?
Yeah.
So a year is around
a year's a trip around the sun.
Okay, cool.
That's why people say that. Well, you're sitting on a pillow.
Yeah. But it is kind of cool, like, being taller than you.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's, like, very rare for me, so...
That is cool.
I'll take advantage of it when I can.
Yeah, we just know that he's got, like, a booster seat.
But, yeah, so it's been a couple of weeks since we have done a new podcast video. But we are back, have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot to share.
Yeah.
But I think what I would like to start off with...
Oh, Lord. Okay. What are we starting with?
No, there's...
Go for it.
So, obviously, there was, like, this thing when our other friend Anna lived with us. She would always do...
Are you about to do Rose and Thorn?
Like your Rose and
Lord.
Thorn.
Okay.
Like of the day.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm going to do of the week. Like, let's do our Rose and Thorn of the
this week.
To kind of give, like, you know, how's your week been? What have you done that's kind of like been a highlight? What's been a low light? And just kind of go through that and talk it out.
Okay.
Do you have one in your head?
For a Rose or Thorn?
Either.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you going to share with us? They can't hear that.
My rose is probably my birthday and getting to see my family and stuff. That was fun. We also saw Waitress this week here in Charlotte, and that was really fun too.
Yeah.
So those are my two roses. My thorn is probably how exhausted I was on Tuesday of this week because, y'all, we got back from New York on Sunday. We went to see Bucky's parents that night. The next day, I worked all day, left early from work to go visit my parents, and then didn't get back till about 12:30 at night, and then worked all day Tuesday. And, y'all, by the end of the day Tuesday, I was so dead tired that I went to bed at like 7 p.m., and I slept all the way until 7 a.m., and it was amazing. So the few hours before I went to bed were probably my thorn.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that because it was a lot in a couple of days.
Yeah. What about you?
So my thorn, so I don't know if y'all can hear, but I'm a little like congested, stopped up. This week, like, I guess coming back from the trip and just like being exhausted, like I just got pure sick. Or like, I don't know if it's allergies. I took a COVID test. It's not COVID. But like either like a sinus infection, allergies, I don't know. But I've been like stacking up on allergy medicine and amoxicillin and some tequila. So hopefully that combination of the three.
One of them knock it out.
Yeah. So it's like just try everything and hopefully one of it, you know, kind of wins. But I would say that's my thorn. So that's kind of also why I just sound a little like weird maybe. I'm very congested. If you hear me like sniffling, you'll probably hear it more than they can hear it.
Yeah,
but
probably.
But that's what it is. But also my other thorn.
Oh, there's two thorns.
Well,
oh wow.
I just thought about my sickness.
Okay, wow.
Because I was hearing myself talk, and I'm like, it's so hard because I can't breathe out of my nose. So I'm like having to like breathe in as I'm trying to talk. Mm-hmm. And then it's like I run out of breath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That was a lot about you being sick.
You think?
That was a lot.
I think, whatever. But my actual thorn is, y'all, VA loans.
Oh, God.
VA loans are my thorn. VA loans, if you don't know what it's a veteran's loan. It's, you know, for veterans, family of, spouses, whatever.
So many requirements.
It's a financing, you know. VA loans are like, will be the death of me. And I hate them so much. I have a deal going on right now that this VA lender is literally about to like ruin, and it has been a miserable time with them.
It has been.
And so today, actually, because they require like a water test for a well, and it came back with total coliform, And that's basically, it's not even anything bad. It could mean that there's like certain types of bacteria, which there's always bacteria in water. But anyways, they require that to be gone. And basically, I had to hire somebody to throw chlorine all in the well. And then today, that was yesterday, today I had to go back, turn on all the faucets until I smell chlorine, one at a time.
That's crazy.
And I was there, and it was like probably 10 minutes I had it on. I didn't smell anything. And I'm sick, so I was like, maybe I'm just like not, maybe I can't smell.
Stopped up, can't smell.
I went and smelled like a wallflower. They had a wallflower in the thing, so I was like, let me just sniff this and go back and smell it right away. You know what I mean? And so I did, and I still didn't smell chlorine. So I texted the well doctor person, and I was like, hey, like, how long will this take before I start smelling chlorine? He said roughly an hour. He was like running an hour on the cold. Running an hour on the cold.
Lord.
And then an hour on the hot.
That's crazy.
Y'all, so I had probably been doing it for 30 minutes at this point, and I was like, I don't
Are they going to have any water left?
It started going down.
Are you
The water
real?
pressure was like...
Oh, God. What if you put it around the well dry?
If it gets them to pass the test, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
But so that was
let's
just
move on to
like
something more positive.
I didn't talk like. Why are you in a rush to get away from my?
I'm not in a rush.
Lord, you were like, what do we have to talk about?
It's
and
just
I'm
very
like,
negative. I don't know.
Even
I don't.
negative.
I'm sorry.
It's not even that negative.
I just need positivity.
Okay, well, my positive, or do you want to just move on? Do you want me to even finish?
No, I want to hear your rose.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm a little upset that your rose wasn't my rose.
What was your rose?
Because our rose was we told our parents the gender of the baby.
Well, that wasn't this week. You said
Yes,
this
it was.
week. I think week was starting Monday.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
That was
that is
literally this week.
Yeah, that is a...
What do you mean? The week doesn't start on a Sunday
I was thinking of
or
like
Monday?
Monday to Friday. I don't know.
Well, it was
That
on
is
Monday.
a rose. That's a good rose.
It was on Monday. Yours was
I said
literally the
visiting my
exact-
family was a rose.
Yeah, and guess what? When we visited your family, what did we do afterwards?
Yeah, we told them the sex of our child.
So that was my rose,
That is a rose.
which I think is super exciting. But y'all, we're not going to tell y'all. We're not telling anyone else. We just decided, to have an intimate thing with our parents and just to tell them. Okay, that is not.
I didn't even do nothing.
See your face in the reflection or in the thing. But anyways, so we will be doing like a gender reveal at some point.
We will
but
be.
literally the only people that know right now is our
Are
parents.
us and our parents and the carrier
Yeah,
and the doctor,
yeah,
and that's it.
yeah. But anyways, what else, Brandon, do we have to talk about today? That was
Well, we
I
just
thought
got
that
back.
was fun.
Before you wanted to play Rose and Thorn, I was about to go into detail about our trip to New York City. So, y'all, over the weekend we went to New York City. We had a really fun time. The two of us went. Our friend Mike went. We just had a blast, y'all. We just kind of hung out in New York. We saw a couple shows, which was fun. Mrs. Doubtfire was super fun. Kind of exactly like what you would think it would be.
We saw Miss Doubtfire.
So we saw Mrs. Doubtfire the musical, which was great. We saw a show called Take Me Out, which is really, really like heavy, like a lot. It was like a
Well, let's not talk about that.
An emotional
Let's not talk
show.
about anything that's negative or heavy or like anything that's not beep, 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 beep. like let's not go on to.
I wasn't going to.
Okay, Lord.
Anyway, so we saw that show. We went out to some bars. We went and got food. We walked around Central Park one day.
Okay,
it was
we
just really.
did-
It was a really fun trip.
I will
we
say,
did the most.
yeah. So Mike hasn't been to New York proper. Like he's been.
He
in
had
there
not
for
been
like
to New York for like
24
an
hours,
extended period of
maybe.
time. So
he hadn't done the
yeah.
things.
So when he told me that, we were like, oh, like you should come with us because like he was nervous to go by himself because like I guess it's New York. It's overwhelming. I don't know.
If you haven't been before, it's like
Maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
it could be overwhelming. But our first day, literally, we did the most.
We did, y'all. We literally flew in. We took a bus to the subway to the city, and then we went. And did we even eat? Oh yeah, we did eat. And then we went to like 5 bars.
Yeah.
Like we bar hopped, and y'all, we are not really bar hoppers.
No.
Like both of us and Mike. Like we're not really those people. So it was fun. It was fun though. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that. What else did we?
What will you
My
say?
feet. Y'all, I didn't take any comfortable shoes. I was
Maybe
in my.
that's why I wanted you to be more positive. Because you were complaining a lot about your feet in New York. It's been a lot of complaining. It's been a lot of
It's
complaining.
well deserved because like they were killing me. But also, y'all, has anybody? Has anybody out there?
But wait. Can I interject before you go on whatever you're about to talk about?
Sure.
I'm going to preface whatever he's about to say about his feet and how they hurt with the fact that he refuses to wear shoes that are remotely comfortable. He insists on wearing dress shoes or cowboy boots everywhere we go all the time. Now you can continue your story.
Well, I was already gone from that negativity.
Oh, okay.
So you kept.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that the people did know.
Well, you kept that negativity going, and I was moving on to something else that was pretty negative, but also exciting.
Oh, God. What else negative did you have to share?
So, out there, let us know down in the comments below. Has anyone else done the Edge in New York?
Oh, Lord. Y'all.
Because, and if you don't know what the Edge is, Brandon, go ahead and explain what the Edge is.
Okay, so the Edge is this observation deck thing that's on the 100th floor of this building in Hudson Yards, which is on the west side of Manhattan. So it's like against the Hudson River. A beautiful view, really fun experience for me. There were some other Debbie Downers there that maybe didn't have as much fun. But, I had a good time. However...
Explain the situation before you start calling me a Debbie Downer, because you were a Debbie Downer there, too.
Not when I was up there. Y'all, once we got up to the top, I was having the time of my life, and Bucky here... You were not! You were scared. Babe, you literally were running around crazy, screaming, acting like we were going to blow off the side of the building.
Y'all, but this is crazy.
Don't act like you have fun. Okay. Do not sit here and act like you had fun.
It was a really cool view. And I think the experience,
period.
It is one of those things where you definitely go and do it once.
Yeah.
And then that is it.
It is for sure a one. Yeah, it is for sure a one and done.
Because y'all, we had tickets that told us to get there
at 6:40.
At 6:40. Well, we thought 6:30, so we got there right at 6:30. They were like,
"Oh,
your ticket says 6:40. You can't wait in line." And y'all, let me tell y'all, when this line was wrapped around this mall.
Oh my God, y'all! It was in a pure mall,
and I was like, maybe this is the general admission line.
The line
maybe
was
since
wrapped.
we have a time period, we're gonna get to go to a different line.
There were probably at least 200 to 300 people in the line in front of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like that we could see.
Yeah.
Now, here's the kicker.
Oh.
Once you go through the line that you can see, which is like probably 300 people
Guess what?
More lines.
There's another line.
You go in, there's more lines.
You think the elevator's coming?
Oh, my God.
And it's not.
Like, you think you're about to get on this elevator and go to the 100th floor? No. It feels like you're getting on a ride at Disney World.
Yep.
It literally felt like the inside of the place where you, before you get on the elevator, felt like you were in the line for like the Twilight Zone or something.
Right.
Because there's like crazy stuff playing
like a Tower
everywhere.
of Terror type situation.
And like you literally, you go through this one line, a guy looks at your ticket, you go on to another line, then they look at your ticket again, then you walk through
metal detectors.
Then they actually scan your ticket, then you get in another line, and then you go through metal detectors, and then you get in another line, and then you go to the area where you're getting on the elevator, and then you get in another line right in front of the elevator, and you wait for the elevator, then you get in the elevator, and then you go up.
And then you're there.
And then you're there.
But y'all, so we planned on 6:30, 6:40 because we wanted to see it in the daylight.
We booked a sunset trip or a sunset ticket. So I actually paid like $10 more to go at sunset. Well, we showed up there around 6:35. We actually got up there at like 7:40. So we were in line for an hour.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this one's over here. My feet.
Well, because the day before it was crazy. Like we walked like so many.
We walked
miles.
to Central Park. Yeah,
no, it was more than, but it was more than that.
It was like we walked like 2.5 miles.
It was not 2.5 miles.
That's what Mike's
watch
said.
No, oh God, it is not. It was no. You're not going to do this to me. You're not going to gaslight this and make it sound like it was only 2.5 miles.
I'm not gaslighting you.
We
did walk 2.5 miles through Central Park.
We walked over 2.5 miles.
Okay.
Because for one,
we did other walking that day. Yeah, yes.
But for one, he didn't even start it until we were already walking in Central Park.
Oh.
And he stopped it. He told us this before we even exited Central Park. And then once we exited Central Park, we kept going down.
We did walk down to our hotel, which was at 51st, so it was like 8 blocks or something.
But then okay. All right, you're not going to belittle how I felt.
I'm not belittling how you felt.
You're disgusting.
Trust me, I know how you felt. You told me about it every 5 minutes.
I did not. I did not complain until we were like in the room.
That is the biggest joke I've ever heard.
What do you mean?
Like literally, y'all, I would literally look behind me and Mike would be walking
You think Mike heard me complain?
100% Mike heard you complain. We will confirm that tonight because Mike's coming over to watch Drag Race. Mike definitely heard you complaining about your feet. Are you kidding me?
I just don't know what to say.
Are you kidding me?
You're really upsetting me. So, but back to the edge thing. So we wait an hour, go up there.
Yeah.
Beautiful views.
Really pretty.
We catch it right. I mean, there was
literally the sun was literally setting.
Yeah. So kind of dark, but we could still like see. It was like right at the horizon. But gorgeous views. But y'all, as soon as we stepped out on the observation deck, the wind was blowing 100 miles per hour.
Y'all, there were gusts. There were wind gusts. And y'all...
people, and I wouldn't care if it was just us, but kids, people were just running around screaming like
because
they were dying.
Being dramatic.
They acted like they were
They
dying.
were being dramatic, and he didn't like that.
Hats were flying. Paper towels were flying. It was... we're 100 floors up. People are panicking. Things are flying everywhere. How else am I not supposed to be a little freaked? I'm typically not like that with heights, but with that wind blowing, I was like, I know scientifically a huge gust could come and knock all of us off that top.
It could not pick us up.
I swear that is a possible
y'all,
thing.
There was like a 20-foot tall glass wall around this whole observation deck. When I say glass, it's like probably like 10 inches of plexiglass.
Yeah.
There's no way it could have picked us up and threw us over the edge. Literally the edge. The edge.
It could. And I just started tingling just thinking about it.
And then there was a glass, there was a part of the floor that was see-through. He wouldn't even let me go let's get on it. I wanted my picture.
Rewind a little bit though.
Oh,
okay, so we're like taking pictures and stuff. Brandon's like, don't get close to the edge. And I'm like, no, I am perfectly fine here, a foot away from the edge.
I didn't say don't get close to the edge. You
remember
said that.
Time you wanted.
You were saying don't get close to the edge.
Okay, yeah. You wanted me to get close to the edge is what
you
I
were
was
telling
saying.
me not to get close to the edge.
That's what I'm saying. You wanted me to get close to the edge because you wanted to get a picture. And I was like, I'm close enough. This going another foot ain't going to make this picture that much better.
Well, I'm sorry that I was a little upset that I had paid like $40 and waited in a line for an hour for you to get out there for you to complain.
$40? Oh, no.
For you to complain.
Oh, no, not the $40.
Why are you talking like that?
But I'll give you $40 right now. I do not care.
Really, you need to give me 80.
I'll give you 80. Whatever. I'm just saying, my goal is to not go and lean up against plexiglass.
I wasn't leaning against the glass. No one was going to lean.
People were.
I was not going to lean.
Okay,
I'm not
but you can't
idiot.
say nobody was going to lean when people were leaning.
I meant nobody like me. I was not going to lean against the glass.
Well, he got super close. I was like, whatever. But y'all, so then we went and sat down. They had like some stairs and stuff that we could like sit
like a little
on.
observation
area.
area.
It was really nice,
really
just
pretty.
looking at the view. Like we were just sat for.
We literally watched it get dark.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that was really cool.
And you had a really cool view of the Empire State Building. It was like kind of like on a. Actually, yeah, it might be on the same like cross street as Empire State. I'm trying to think of where it is.
Yeah.
Like
it was right there
or something.
But
yeah,
y'all, this building is taller than the Empire State Building, so we were like looking down on the Empire State Building. But then they also have like people that you can go even higher and like climb it.
Yeah, you can climb it. You can jump off it or something.
People were like going up there, and I'm like, y'all, it is 50 miles an hour wind gust. Don't do it.
But then the kicker was at the end. Obviously, everybody had waited in line to get up.
Hang on. We got other things to talk about before we get to the end. You're trying to fast forward. I don't know why you're trying to rush this podcast, this video. We have other things to talk about because you wanted to bring it up, so we're bringing it up. So there's just like at the Grand Canyon, how there's a glass platform where you can literally just like see straight
Part
down.
of the floor is see-through.
Yeah. So it's a thing that people go, like they stand on it,
people were jumping on it, walking on it, laying on it.
And I was like, Brandon,
yards. He would not let me.
I was like,
he literally wouldn't let me. Like I'm a child.
I said, we'll go over there and we'll look at it. And we like looked from the side.
You didn't even look.
But
you didn't even get close enough to look.
As soon as we were over there, this stupid little girl started jumping up and down on that glass platform. And I was like, you are asking for a death wish. Is that right? Yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah, we'll go with it.
Why did you have to?
No, we'll go with it.
But she was jumping up and down. And I was like, nope. I was like, that is a stupid little girl.
And then he ran away squealing.
I said, I'm not going to be a witness to that little girl falling and being traumatized for the rest of my life.
And guess what she didn't do? She didn't fall.
We don't know.
Yes, we do. We would have known if she had fallen.
They would probably cover that up. You know they would.
You are
I'm
so...
sure people blow off that all the time.
They
cover
do.
it up. I'm sure they covered
There would
up.
be video and stuff if people blew off the side of that. It would be like major international news. Are you kidding?
But anyways, I was like, Brennan, we have a kid on the way. We could not be
This is
risking our life like
ridiculous.
this. I am not going to be a single father.
I love how worked up you were getting about the edge again.
Because it was like, I love our pictures that we got. I think it's a great story. But y'all, as soon as we get done, we're up there, a little bit, and we're like, all right, we're hungry. We want to go get paella because we love paella, y'all. And we'll talk about that here in a second. So we were like, all right, let's make a reservation at a paella place that was like a couple blocks away. And we made it for like, 30 minutes? 30 minutes.
We made
from
it for
that time.
45 minutes from that time.
So then we walk
Originally,
in
because it
and we're
was
like,
down in Chelsea. Yeah.
let's look at the elevators. Like, let's go get in the line to get, y'all, it was so long.
Y'all, the line to get out was another pure 40. At least, it was probably 30 minutes.
It was so long. And I'm glad we got in line when we did because afterwards it wrapped around the whole building.
It literally doubled, y'all. The line
It was insane.
crazy.
So if like you got up there, you started freaking out, and you need to get down, you're stuck.
You are stuck. You're stuck.
And I told Brendan, I was like, let's like act like we passed out. That way we can get like the emergency like.
Y'all, he was really doing the most. It was you know what? It was an enjoyable experience all around. Wouldn't you say?
I think it's great because it's a story,
It is a story.
and I'm
But you can't
glad
get mad
that
at
we
me
did
telling
it.
the story and talking about how you were being a little girl and
No,
stuff.
what we can't do is you acting like you were all hunky dory the entire time because you weren't. You think you were hunky dory the entire time, like you never complained about that line. You
I
never
was
complained
trying to be hunky dory when we were actually out there, and then
Okay.
that's when you flipped a switch and got crazy.
but it
and
wasn't.
got scared.
You can't invalidate my scaredness.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't because that's not like I'm complaining.
Because
That
it's
is a
not-
literal fear because hats were blowing everywhere. Napkins, they were.
Y'all, just
They
because
were.
somebody's hat blew off their head and a few napkins were flying around, he thought we were going to be sucked up by some
Yes.
miracle vacuum
It was-
and flew off the side of this building. That is irrational.
It's not.
That's not a rational fear.
I think we can Google right now and find things where crazy 100 miles an hour winds. They just happen.
Yeah, sure.
It's unexpected.
I understand that.
And that could have been us. But anyways.
God, y'all, it
so
wouldn't have been
then-
us. And it wasn't us. We didn't blow off the side of the mountain or the side of the thing.
But we also didn't step on that glass thing. You never know when it's going to happen, and it could be you. So,
God, you can say that about anything.
but I can say it a lot easier 100 stories up above New York City. So
I mean, I don't
but
know.
anyways, to end that little story, we ended up going to get paella, and it was delicious. And I think it was a great
delicious.
evening.
It wasn't. I had a really, really good time. I'm being serious, but you were a little scaredy cat, and that's fine.
All right.
No, baby.
Well, let's.
Through baby monkey.
Well, I think we can move on. What's next on the
Got scared of
agenda?
the wind and the heights. Y'all, I do want to talk about this because this is amazing.
What?
I hope that our listeners and viewers have also been watching this and are finished like we are. But y'all, the thing about Pam is so good. If you've not watched it, it's on Hulu. I think maybe in Peacock. It comes on NBC. It is about this, like, I don't know. Was she in Wisconsin?
I don't know.
Wisconsin or Minnesota? Somewhere up in the Midwest, y'all. This, like, lady who just pure went wild. And I don't want to give it much away, but y'all, Renee Zellweger's in it. Look it up. It is literally called The Thing About Pam. You gotta
And
look
it's
it up.
based
You
on
gotta
true
watch
events.
it. It is based on a true story, and it's actually very, very factual. Like, actually, some of the scenes that are in it,
Happened.
like, are basically reenactments of exactly what this lady did. And y'all, it is so funny. Well, I mean,
This woman is crazy.
just because she's like so crazy.
Yeah.
And like, it's just wild, y'all. You gotta watch it. It's called The Thing About Pam. It is on Hulu, I think Peacock and NBC, so go check it out. But we have recently watched the whole series, and we love it.
And watch the documentary too. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so
Other
y'all gotta watch
TV
that.
and stuff. I'm trying to think what else is like on right now. Elite came back for any of y'all that watch Elite. I love it. It's like it's like a Spanish, kind of like a
Gossip Girl kind of thing, right?
a little darker and more like, kind of like Euphoria, like I think.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's
yeah, I think
more
it kind
like-
of is, yeah.
Maybe like a crossover of like a Spanish version of Euphoria. And
Like
Gossip
if you
Girl
mix Gossip Girl and Euphoria and had them
Yeah.
speak Spanish.
Yeah.
That's a good description.
And like I love it. I think this is the 5th
You do
season.
love it.
And it's so good. Y'all, this season there is some scenes it's crazy.
Really?
It's
oh my god, I haven't watched
crazy.
it. Maybe I should watch it.
I'll show you the scenes, but it can be raunchy. It's very like Euphoria. So it's like that vibe though.
Well, I mean, we're not for the kids or nothing, so.
Right. We're not for the kids.
Well, like I'm saying, like our viewer, like, I mean, you didn't have, I don't know, like if, the disclaimer. Like, it's fine, kind of thing.
Any other TV? Not really. I mean,
no.
I feel like we haven't even really watched.
Not necessarily.
And a lot of times it's just like put something on. Like Drag Race ends today. It's
Which
the
I'm excited
finale.
about. Like, I really hope that.
Well, probably by the time.
I just mainly hope that Diabetes or Bosco don't win. I hope that Lady Camden, Angeria, or Willow win. That is my dream.
I think by the time they'll hear this, the winner will be crowned. Probably
Will be revealed. Revealed. The winner will be revealed. So that's what I'm saying. So y'all will know that I'm happy if Lady Camden, Angeria, or Willow win.
And the winner is.
Don't say it.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but
we don't know yet.
I know a 50-50. I know the top two.
We don't do spoilers on the channel either.
Okay, but anyways, so we're watching that. They had just announced the All-Star season,
Which
where
is All-Stars,
it's
all winners, which is really exciting.
Which is weird. They didn't call it All Winners. They just named it an All-Stars again, which I think is weird. Like brand it as an all-winner season.
They should have named it like in the racing theme. They should have named it the Winner's Circle.
Yeah,
or something.
You should have a job like
smart.
that.
Oh God,
you're wasting your talent.
I have such good ideas,
and you're just wasting it.
I am just wasting away, y'all.
Well, if anybody has any great creative jobs for us, let us know.
Yeah,
because I'll leave real estate in a heartbeat.
Wow. Well, trust me, we all know that after that Thorn story.
Okay, but that's crazy. If you have
it is crazy.
If you have a VA loan, don't come to me.
It is
I'm just
crazy.
kidding.
Wow,
I do love the veterans. I think that's the thing that also irritates me is how the VA loans are for veterans and supposed to help veterans.
Well, they're supposed to make it easier for them, and really, there's so many complications that it makes it really
to
difficult.
where people will.
Yeah.
And like now, I always wondered. I'm like, well, why do people refuse? Like, if you have two offers, one's conventional, one's VA, that conventional is going to win 9 times out of 10. And it's like, well, why? Like, that's not fair. It's a veteran. Now I know. Like, now I fully understand why
people choose that over. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It is sad.
It is sad.
It sucks, Well, I mean...
That is not everything that was on the list. And I will say, y'all, I asked Brandon, I said, can we put the list of things we're going to talk about right here in the center so I can see them? I sent him the list.
Oh, there's only one more thing.
I sent him the list, and he said, oh, I'll remember everything. Let me see the list. What'd that say?
There was only one more thing that...
While you talk, let me read it.
There was only one more thing on the list.
What is it? Let me
Things to do before the baby. But I feel like we could go on and on and on about that. I feel like that should be its own thing.
You think?
Don't you? I do. I'm sorry, y'all. We're taking a break to read a text message from our carrier.
She's just trying to FaceTime us. Oh Lord!
So I think
we're gonna have to.
We should go.
We're gonna have to wrap this up. We're gonna have to FaceTime her. Everything's fine. Like
yeah.
It's something funny.
Kind of funny. Anyway, so y'all, thanks for listening. We're so glad that you joined us.
Video podcast.
Not really. 29 minutes.
Podcasts are supposed to be an hour long.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
Some
they
people
are.
like them short and sweet.
Well, that's what we're getting today. So all right. Well, we have to get off here. Y'all, if you aren't following us yet over on Southern Daddies, we are going to be posting a video there shortly. And we're going to be dressed in this exact same thing. It'll be this exact same setup.
You and your disclaimers.
But catching you up on where we're at in this journey so far. We've kind of like chopped it up a little bit and kind of left out a lot of things that happened just because we couldn't reveal that
happened
at that
in the
moment.
in-betweens.
And now we are telling you all, getting you caught up to where we are at up until today. So go and check out Southern Daddy, subscribe, and look out for a new video over there. And y'all, we will be back hopefully next week, but we keep making promises that we're doing this every week,
And then we don't.
it doesn't happen. So I'm
But
not
we were
going
in
to
New
tell
York,
you.
so, you know, give us a
So
pass
make
kind of
sure you have your notifications set so you're notified whenever we make a new upload, and we will see y'all in the next one.
And just remember, y'all,
When life gets tough,
just keep on chatting.
bye, y'all.
Bye.